Well, good Monday morning to you and welcome to Cincy Lifestyle. You know, we have a great show for you today, and Clyde, it looks a little gloomy outside, but woo, is the sun shining on the inside?
Yes, it is, because this is just another Mona Monday, right?
I like that, Clyde. That's a good one.
Somebody kind of did a song similar to that, you know. Hey, Mona, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What is the absolute best anniversary present you ever got?
You know what? I have to think about that, but I will say this. I brought this. This past, our anniversary was a couple of weeks ago, and even though we said we weren't going to exchange gifts.
Oh, look at that.
This is this beautiful necklace, what my husband bought me. So I was really pleased. You know how you're happy and you're mad at the same time because I didn't get him anything? But I ended up buying him a payday, and I don't think that payday is gonna make it on his best anniversary gift.
Probably not. Well, listen, here's the gift a woman in Richmond, Virginia got a couple of weeks ago. Her son goes to the convenience store. He walks past the lottery selling stand. He decides to buy his mom a lottery ticket, and guess what happened? She won.
No way.
She won $1 million. Now, I don't know about sentimentality and all of that, but I'd take that, Mona. And I know you well enough to know you would too.
I sure would. What a great anniversary gift. And it was from her son, not even her husband, right?
Well, see, I was not going to go there because I'm not trying to start any,
I wonder if she shared
issues.
it. You think she shared it?
She
I wonder if she shared.
You know, she did not say what she was going to do with it. So we can all put the best face possible on this and suggest that she probably did.
Well, I hope so. You know what? Quickly, I'll tell you a best anniversary story from my parents. When they were celebrating their 50th anniversary, they invited our family, and they paid for us to all go on a cruise with them for their 50th anniversary. And when they got back, we're throwing a surprise anniversary party for them at a bowling alley because they met at a bowling alley. So it was a lot of fun that year.
So you got a cruise, they got 10 frames of bowling.
And a trophy. Yes.
Oh, okay.
We bought them a trophy, right?
Well, there you go. There you go. A happy couple, right?
That's right. They were thrilled. Well, we've got a couple today on the show who collect paranormal objects, and we have a way to be graceful in the face of cancer. But first, we want to tell you some ways to wine and dine this Halloween. Clyde?
Fall is here and Halloween is just days away. Now, whether you're celebrating with friends on a Zoom happy hour or hosting a socially distanced soiree, food and lifestyle expert Parker Wallace joins us from her kitchen with a spooktacular spread of delicious ideas. Parker, thank you for joining us this morning.
Hey, Clyde. Well, forget the spirits, lose the booze. Let's talk about wine. Have you tried Cupcake Lighthearted? It's my go-to because it has fewer calories than the leading hard seltzers, but you don't lose all of that flavor. Cheers to that. It's the first wine of its kind, only 80 calories, less than 1 gram of sugar per serving, and it's 8% alcohol by volume. So it's pretty much the perfect wine to sip during Halloween and really for any occasion.
So what kind of varieties do they offer?
Well, Clyde, which wine do you prefer? Personally, I'm a red girl. I love the Cupcake Lighthearted Pinot Noir, but you can also choose from their Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, and their Rosé. So if you're sipping at home between tricks and treats, this is a must-have wine for fall.
Ah, so light on the calories. So what about sweet eats that the whole family can enjoy?
You know, Halloween may look a little different this year. So do your marshmallows. Stuffed Puffs have a delicious collection of spooky characters. You can choose a chocolate stuffed marshmallow treat wrapped like a Frankenstein, a mummy, a vampire, or a pumpkin. They're perfectly portioned for family-style gatherings at home. And you can add them to your candy cauldron.
Well, it also looks like you've got a scary Stuffed Puffs spread. Tell us about that.
Okay, so get ready for some Pinterest-worthy crafting with the kids, because you can totally transform the Stuffed Puffs into spooky, scary characters just in time for Halloween. For easy Halloween party pops, just roll stuffed puffs in colorful candy coating, then dip into sprinkles for monster hair and add candy eyeballs. They're scary delicious. Upgrade your average caramel apple with stuffed puffs. Just melt down some caramels, then spoon evenly over an apple. Add a layer of melted stuffed puffs and decorate in fun toppings.
So Parker, how can people find more of these festive ideas?
Thanks so much for having me, Clyde. And for more information, head to cupcakelighthearted.com and stuffedpuffs.com. You can also find me on social at Parker's Plate.
All right, Parker, thank you so much for joining us.
When it comes to our skin, it changes the way that we walk through the world. It changes our confidence. It's the first thing that people see. And we're going to be talking about Plexaderm today to keep it looking healthy and fresh. And Melinda McKinsey is here to give us a little bit more insight and to talk about the product. So Melinda, thanks for joining us. I'm very curious. As you can see, I actually have a lovely zit on my face right now. So yeah. Skin is something that's always top of mind. So what is Plexaderm and how does it affect our skin?
Absolutely. Yes. I love talking about skincare too. I've been in the beauty business 30 years. I'm 59 years old. I will be 60 in January. So I not only have wrinkles and dark circles, I also have acne. So there's that.
Well, you look great, by the way. Your skin is fantastic.
So much. Well, and I will say it's because of Plexaderm. Here's what it is. It's simply a serum that you put on your clean, dry skin. So that means if you put on moisturizer, use water-based, stay away from oils, right? But you can put it directly on your skin. And here's what it does. It creates a beautiful shield. I use it here. I use it here because I've got lines on the forehead. And then I use it here because I've got deep laugh lines and my foundation will crease in my laugh lines. If you put Plexaderm on it and let it rest, those bags actually go away, which is crazy.
So what's in it? How does it actually work? How does it do that?
Yeah, you know what? They take silicates. I actually have clay rocks I keep around. Take silicates from the clay rock, from shale clay, and those silicates are what create that nice, beautiful, invisible shield. So they use natural products, which is very exciting. But the great thing about it is it's highly concentrated, so you only need a small amount. So let's say you have deep, deep wrinkles on your forehead. You don't have to use a lot. You still use a small amount because a little dab will do the job.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit more because you said it's after you use it after you have a clean face. Now, is this at night? Is this in the morning? How many times a day or even a week should you be applying?
Here's what I tell people. It's a boost, like wearing makeup is a boost, like styling your hair is a boost, right? So this is a boost for the day. This will not make your skin better over time, but it makes your skin better for that day.
How quickly does it react then? Because if you're looking to put on makeup for the day or you're putting it on in the morning, how quickly does it get going?
Yeah, it's a great question. So here's what I tell people. You're going to notice a difference in 2 to 3 minutes, but here's the secret. Hold still, because remember, you're creating that beautiful shield. So let's say you put it on and you start laughing and talking, you move those muscles, it's not going to fully create the shield. You really should give yourself 10 minutes. And the reason we say 10 is that way we can promise you it'll last up to 10 hours. If you start moving your muscles after 2 to 3, it'll work, but it won't last as long. So read a book, look at your phone without laughing if you can do that. Let it rest for 10 minutes, then you're good to go.
For someone like both of us, right, we have acne-prone skin. What are the skin types that are good to use with Plexaderm? Because that can really be a big game changer.
Absolutely, 1000%. Any skin type, any skin tone, any skin texture, it doesn't matter if you're oily, you're dry, if you're light or you're dark, it's going to do the job because it goes on invisible. And remember, all it is a shield, right? It's just a temporary boost. So instead of using like a cream for 6 weeks and you hope that, the lines will go away, it's just a quick boost. That's why people are going crazy for it. And that's really why they're doing this $14.95 thing. We used to sell it by the bottle, and now we're doing like this six application because we're just trying to let people give it a try, because a lot of people see it and they go, this is too good to be true, right?
Yeah, it's a fresh start to the day. I love it. Now, Melinda, any final thoughts?
You know what? I just want everybody to try it. I've had so much fun with it, and I love that they're doing this $14.95. So if people are concerned about spending too much money, it's just a great way to get yourself started. It's going to be one of those things you call and tell your friends about. I love it so much.
Oh, I love it. And everyone wants to feel confident about their skin and walk through the world in a positive way. So healthy skin is just one way to do that. So we appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, it's so good to see you.
You too.
Did you know that there are more than 3 million cases of dementia diagnosed in the U.S. each year? Now, that's according to the Mayo Clinic. So with numbers like these, it's important to develop a plan in case you, or for that matter, a loved one, develops a disease like this. That's where OASIS Senior Advisors can help. And right now, I want to welcome Jenny Sanchez, a certified senior advisor, certified dementia practitioner, and owner of OASIS Senior Advisors in Mason. Thank you so much for talking to us this morning.
Hi, Clay. Thank you so much for having me today.
People tend to worry about memory loss as we age. So how do you know what's normal forgetfulness and what could actually be the start of dementia?
So it is important to note that some memory loss is age appropriate. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going down the road of a dementia diagnosis. As we age, we experience physiological changes that can cause us to pause when we're trying to recall information, like where we parked the car or where we left our keys. And usually if we stick with that thought long enough, the memory will come back to us. When it should be cause for concern is when a loved one is having difficulty performing simple tasks like dressing appropriately or paying bills. Also when they just forget their words and repeat stories often in the same conversation. These may be signs for concern.
So Jenny, what should a family expect to encounter when they have a loved one who's diagnosed with dementia?
So mainly they should expect to encounter the need for care and for support. And that's not only for the person diagnosed with dementia, but also for the caregivers. Dementia can cause someone to become unsafe in their home, and it really places a huge demand on caregivers. Often that caregiver can be a spouse, and that spouse is around the same age, and they become overwhelmed. Older caregivers spend so much time focusing on taking care of their loved one that they forget to take care of themselves, and their own health can decline over time. And children step in, and they're managing their very busy lives as well. So as a certified senior advisor, we can help the family connect to valuable resources in the Cincinnati area that provide senior care. And we can also talk about next steps when it's really not safe for their loved one to be home.
And how can people get more free advice like this from OASIS Senior Advisors?
So OASIS Senior Advisors takes a hands-on approach. We sit with families and we talk about their financial parameters, we talk about their geographical desires, we talk about what the care needs are and hobbies. And then we put options in front of the family that are relevant to just what we've discussed. As you mentioned, we do this at no cost to seniors and their families. We also follow this same process for independent living options and assisted living options. My office is in Mason, but we have a team, an OASIS team that covers the entire Cincinnati tri-state. I can be reached directly at 513-476-7012, or they can go to my website at www.oasissenior-advisors.com/Mason.
Jenny, thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thank you so much, Clyde. It was a pleasure to be here.
Well, coming up on Cincy Lifestyle, we explore the strange, unexplained, and paranormal. We'll talk to a couple behind the Traveling Museum of the Paranormal and Occult about some spooky artifacts. Plus, combining fashion with function, a local woman has designed a line of helpful tops for breast cancer survivors. We'll tell you more about how she got started and options for those who are supporting cancer survivors. We'll be right back.
Hey, you know, every once in a while you come across something you simply can't explain. A child's shoe that seems haunted, or a cold gust on the back of your neck when you walk into a room. Well, for me, it is typically a ceiling fan. Well, these instances are exactly why our next guests have devoted their lives to investigating and curating haunted events and artifacts. So please welcome Greg Newkirk and Dana Matthews. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Something got in the teleprompter. I don't know what it was. But anyway, thank you you're from the Traveling Museum. Thank you for being here with us.
Thanks for having us.
So tell us a little bit about what the Traveling Museum actually is.
Well, we are the world's only mobile museum of the unexplained, and we spend the entire year crisscrossing the nation with all kinds of haunted, cursed, and supernaturally significant artifacts that we bring to the public.
We want to talk about some of the artifacts you have because you brought some things here with us. They are representative of what you have in the museum. First of all, give me some idea of the scope and breadth of what's in the museum.
Well, we try to keep things varied. So when people think paranormal, they normally think ghosts. But we have everything from UFO detectors to items from famous alien abduction cases, Bigfoot casts. Anything that is in the realm of the strange and the unexplained is what we try and curate.
So tell me a little bit about some of this. This guy here is just dominating the whole set.
This is actually a turn-of-the-century spirit trumpet. So they would have used these during seances, and the medium would have spoken to one side of it, and the people at the seance would have heard voices coming out of it. And I mean, we know that those turn-of-the-century seances, most of them were fake, but there was still kind of a cool piece of paranormal history. So we like having things like that in the museum.
And what about this one? This one is interesting.
This is something that we refer to as the crone. The original was sent to us by two hikers who stole it out of a cave in the Catskills. Had all kinds of terrible things happen to them. Everything from car accidents to bad luck to people having seizures. This is actually a replica. It's a museum quality replica because the original we took back and buried in the Catskill Mountains to try and break it.
You don't want the original around to cause problems.
I don't think the original wanted to be around.
Clearly. You call yourselves paranormal investigators. What exactly does that mean?
Well, we try and solve problems. If people contact us because they think they've been abducted by an alien or they've seen a Bigfoot or there's a ghost harassing them, they call us in and we try and figure out exactly what's happening. And in 90% of the cases, it's usually something explainable.
Right quick, we're about out of time, but anything paranormal around here at WCPO?
I don't know. We'll have to spend
Oh, my. We just had some paranormal behind it. Listen, right quick, where can people find out more about the Traveling Museum?
If people are curious, they can check us out at paramuseum.com, and we're very easy to find on social media, too.
All right, Dana, Greg, thank you both so much for being here with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Well, in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we wanted to bring back a segment we did highlighting a very special business. With Grace, Be Bold was started from a place of love for breast cancer survivors. Take a look. Delighted to welcome Megan Sullivan, the founder of With Grace, Be Bold. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. I had to take a little trip here. That's why it took a little minute, right, to walk across the studio. But that's all right. All right, tell us how you got started.
Absolutely. So I graduated from the University of Cincinnati's STAT program in fashion design, and I actually started this as a passion project in college. So I realized that there was such a need in the medical market for clothing that helps women that had breast cancer, and I sort of carried it from there until where I am now, where it's actually a company and a business.
Oh my goodness. So you actually have, and I'm feeling this. This is amazing material.
It's so soft. It is. It's actually a bamboo knit, so it's all natural. The interior is lined with cotton, so that's very important for women who have breast cancer, is to use natural materials and things that don't irritate their incisions and things.
So you have a personal story.
I do.
Of why this is so important to you.
Yeah, so my mom is a breast cancer survivor. She's actually 19 years in remission, so we're so proud of her for that. She's doing amazing. But when she was going through treatment, she really struggled to find clothing that fit the unique needs that she had after recovering.
So tell me how this really answers to that problem.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple features that the garments have to help women that are recovering. So it has a beautiful draped neckline to kind of offset any loss of breast tissue they may be facing. It snaps here at the shoulder so that they don't have to put anything over their head. And then it wraps here, it ties on the inside so they can customize it to where it's comfortable. And then there's actually a drain pocket here on the interior. So sometimes women after having a mastectomy have to wear a drain home from the hospital. And there's not a whole lot of options out there that hold that drain comfortably, but also beautifully and fashionably.
I remember that.
Yeah.
When my mother was a survivor, that draining, I remember that. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so tell me, where can people get these outfits?
Absolutely. So I'm currently selling online, so I sell them on my website. It's with gracebebold.com, and I have a very fast turnaround. So I know that it's very time sensitive. Once women are diagnosed, they need these products quickly. So I ship same day or next day, and they come straight from me. Yeah.
Let's take a quick look at this. We just have a couple
Yeah,
minutes left.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, at this gray one as well, and it's made the same and has all the same features.
So it does, except for the inside. So rather than having that drain pocket, it just has a lining there.
Okay.
So this is great for women who are recovering from breast cancer but may not have surgery. If they have chemo, it's great for a port. It's great for women who are going through radiation. But then it's also great for women who just want to buy into the collection and support the brand and wear the clothing. It's a really beautiful way to still support this, so it's not just for cancer patients.
All right, Megan, thank you so much. And where can people get more information, find out more about these shirts and you?
Yeah, so you can go on my website or you can go on my social channels. It's with Grace Be Bold, and I'm always happy to answer questions.
All right, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you for having
I really
me.
appreciate it.
Thanks, I appreciate
All right.
it.
Absolutely fascinating. We'll be back with more Cincy Lifestyle on the other side of the break. Plus, Cincy Lifestyle has full episodes of the show up on YouTube. Find fun segments you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. Subscribe now, youtube.com/Cincy Lifestyle. Stay with us. We'll be right back. In the words of the immortal Ron Banks in The Dramatics, what you see is what you get. That's pretty much going to tell the story for us. Weather-wise today, a little cool out there, Mona.
It was great, Clyde. What a good, all-time great song. Well, coming up here tomorrow on Cincy Lifestyle, it's a taste of the Windy City in Northern Kentucky. That's right. Join us as we go behind the scenes at Bourbon House Pizza. We'll talk to the businesswoman behind the slice and learn more about why she wanted to bring Chicago-style pizza to the Bluegrass State.
Can't wait to hear about that. Plus, if you think you're good at carving pumpkins, just wait till you see the artist who generates these gourds. He's going to give us some inside tips on how to make your jack-o'-lantern the talk of the street in a good way. Got that and a whole lot more coming your way tomorrow on Cincy Lifestyle. We sure do appreciate you checking in with us today. We invite you to reach out to us. Let us know what you see, what we should be aware of, and the kinds of things you want to hear us talk about on all the ways you just saw on the screen there. Make sure you get out and have a great day.
Thanks for watching our video. If you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. You can also check out full episodes of the show you've never seen before or watch your favorites again and again. And as always, make it a great day.